It seems to be a tradition in many model airplane clubs and for many individuals like me to go out and fly on New Year's Day. I found this newspaper clipping of a fun fly in Rochester, Minnesota in 1973, where I'm launching somebody's airplane in February. Normally, I like it to be at least freezing before I fly, but this year it was colder. I started out my free flight in 2021 with an AMA Alpha with an electric motor that is controlled by a Strix timer. It didn't climb as high as it would in warmer weather, but it did pretty good. It was only 20 degrees Fahrenheit. I tried to balsa plane right after this, and the battery had already gotten so cold that it wouldn't run but a couple of seconds. Here's that flight, very short. Next, I got out the little electric biplane I bought from J&H Aerospace, and this has a newer battery and it's enclosed in foam, so it did a little bit better, and I got at least 3 flights out of this before the battery started to die. After this, I did some hand launch. That is a traditional overhead hand toss with the Sweepet 19. And that kind of warmed me up after I threw that for a few flights. And my last flight was a Scout by Stan Budenbaum. And that really flew pretty good. I called it enough after this flight because it got pretty high. I was afraid it might be in those trees or on top of the building, and I didn't want to lose this little plane. After this, I flew control line flight and 1 RC flight that I'm including in other videos. My control line flying in 2021 was pretty brief. I've flown this plane before when it was like 30 degrees out, but today at 20, and after sitting in the car, the battery must have been down even more. I managed to take off and make 3 loops, and then the motor cut. I was sure lucky I wasn't on the top of a loop when it cut, but it came out okay. I will fly it on warmer days in the future. This was only a 2-cell 950 milliamp battery too. And I made some flights on my Ranger 1220, foam electric with pontoons that works really good for flying off of snow if the snow isn't too sticky. Some people think that the pontoons work better from snow than using skis. I think in some conditions that is definitely true because it spreads out the load over a bigger surface area. I have never flown this plane without the pontoons. It does include wheels that you can fly with, but I just never have. I either fly off of snow or off of water. Power is a 3-cell 1300 milliamp battery, and that seems to be plenty. Well, thanks again for all the comments I had on my videos in 2020. I definitely have to work on more for 2021. Thanks for watching.